Welcome to Etap Sports Xtra, the home of good sport analysis. And of course, for those who have joined this channel, you're most welcome. Subscribe, like, and share with the colleagues. And of course, we are first going back to the review of yesterday games that we had. And of course, there were three packages. And the first one was Manchester City versus Nottingham Forest. And in that game, we expected Manchester City to take all the 3 points or to win. But of course, the game ended 2-2 draw. And that one cut us off. The second was Brighton versus Arsenal, and of course Arsenal pick a single, of course a straight win against Brighton. We had guarded Arsenal away from home. And Aston Villa versus Chelsea humble Aston Villa in a 4-1 defeat. And of course that game we were expecting over 1.5. So the first package was run by Manchester City game against Nottingham Forest. Then the second package went through, and it was Newcastle versus Manchester United. Manchester United got beaten, of course, 2-1, and we expected over 1.5. CSK Sofia versus Boativ Vratas. That one we gave a straight win to CSK Sofia, and the game ended 1-0. Marseille versus Toulouse, we expected also over 1.5 in his game, and the game ended 2-2 draw. So that make our second package successful. Then the third package of the day was Badin versus Celtic. We got a Celtic away from home. It was successful. We got that. But RB Salzburg versus Utrecht did not produce more than one goal. That is, the game ended 1-0 in favor of Altec, and this cut us off. Then Luzern versus Young Boys. Young Boys won this match, and we expected Luzern to at least tackle the 3 points or draw in this game. So yesterday game, out of 7, of course, we say out of the 7 games or matches that have given 3 held us, but of course 6 went through. But all in all, this is sport. We say anything can happen unless one package we got it right. So today I got other games that I'm coming up with, and these are the games today. I'll give you 2 packages that I expect, of course, that I've looked into, and I say that let me give today 2 as we warm up for tomorrow's game and weekend matches as games load up and people struggle for positions. The first one is coming from Serbia League, that is Novi Pazar versus Crvena Zagreb, and we know that this Crvena right now sits on the first positions, and Novia Pazar sits in the 4th position. But if you to look at the head-to-head meeting between these two teams, goals are always scored very many. If you to look at, there's a time that the game ended 7-1. So in the last 5 meetings, of course, Crvena won 4. There was 1 draw. Novia hasn't beaten actually Crvena in the last 5 games. So in this very game, we expect to see over 1.5 in this game. Then the second game is Lumini versus Celje, and also we know that this very game, Celje, we've played this game for quite a long time in Bustina, but if you to look at the performance itself for the Celje is a very good team. In the last 4 or 5 games, they won 3, lost 2, and Alumni, of course, lost 4, won 1 in the last 5 games. But also we got a head-to-head actually meeting between these very teams. So you find that in the last 4 games, of course, Soldier won 4, there's 1 draw, and Alumni has not beaten this team. But goals are always scored. You find that match ended 1-1, 2-3, 2-1. So we expect also to see that Soldier actually take all the 3 points. This one I'll give a straight win to Soldier in this very game. Then to Egypt Premier League, we got a team called Hell Hull versus Pyramid. In this very game, we know that Pyramid right now sits on the actually very up, and in the last 5 games they won actually 4 matches, they lost one, and Aras sits on the 17th position and lost 3 matches, won one and draw one in the last 5 games. And in the last two head-to-head meeting, Pyramid has humbled Hola. Aras 2 times. Yes, that game ended 3-1, and also another one ended 2-1. So that probably give us give a straight win to Pyramids there in Egypt. So this is our first package. We talked about Novi Paraza versus Crevena. We gave over 1.5. Lumini versus Soldier. We gave a straight win to Soldier. And then Harris El Orders versus a Pyramid in Egypt Premier League. We gave a straight win to the away team. That is our first package. Then the second one is coming from Saudi Pro. That is Al Kahul versus Al Qadash. You can look at in the last 5 games, Al Khalud won 3, lost 2, and Al Qadash, of course, won 3, drew 2. They haven't lost in the last 5 games. But if you to look at his performance, we are going to say that this game we expected to see over 1.5 in this very game. Then the second game that we need to look into that is also open is Podrospar versus Igrid. Now, A-grade itself, we know that it's quite doing very well, and of course in the last 5 games you find that Bordeaux Spa won 3, lost 2, and A-grade won 2, draw 1, and lost 2 in the last 5 games. But all in all, we know that A-grade has been performing very well. This is the lead. They are in Group B, performing quite not even bad if you to look at. So in this very game we expect over 1.5. Then the last game of the day that I'm going with is coming from that is Basel versus Grasshopper. In the last 5 games, of course, they won. Basel won 3-2, lost 2, draw 1, and Grasshopper drew 2, lost 2, and won 1. But of course, in this very game, looking in this between these two teams, goal scoring, we also expect here over 1.5 in this game. Yeah, so these are for today. Of course, we say that there are many packages, so let us summarize for you this very game. It was Khalud, Al Khalud versus Al Qadash. We gave over 1.5. Then Brothers Spa versus Igrids over 1.5. And Basel versus Grasshopper, we also expected over 1.5. I just feel that if we stop in this, it will be the best. But of course, we say that winners never quit. Today, I just wanted to give you those only these two tickets. I know you demand for more. The games that are played today, they're also very many, but not to the extent of tomorrow's game. We expected Bayern Munich to play tomorrow, and many more other teams that we expected. And remember today, Tottenham Hotspur, a game is also there versus Crystal Palace that I would love you to tell me, like in the comment section, to tell me what you think about the Tottenham games versus Crystal Palace. Let's keep the jazz moving. Yes, your opinion matters, and I love to see those ones who are always commenting, and they actually, I also feel appreciated that what I'm trying to do is actually helping others. Yes, I say that it is you free of your choice. You take it or you leave it if you feel you're not comfortable with, because this is a game, this is a soccer, and we say that in whatever you're doing, do it responsibly. Too much of something is very bad, we know that. But all in all, we try always our level best to give the best. Yes, today I just want only to go with those two packages. I have a match. We know that there are games also. Always, every day there are games. But for today, let's play this and see the outcome so that it helps us for the next upcoming game. All in all, I wish you guys all the best for today. We said winners never quit.